subscribe! Subscribe for more content every day for you to enjoy, because it means a lot to us. We love you guys. Thank you for your support.
You can always take it back later.
3, 2, 1. Heyo, Spaghetto here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, Part 6. Part 6. Is it scary yet, Lars?
No, but Tristan did promise me that every time we do an episode of these, every time we do a recording of these now where there's not any horror elements whatsoever, he's gonna pay me $100. So either I get scared or I get $100. So this should be fun either way.
Also, no, I'm not doing that because I am very poor and Lars
Well, it's on
is
recording now,
not.
you can't take it back.
Well, I didn't agree to that. That's just like a politician saying, oh yeah, by the way, the opposing party is gonna do this whether they like it or not. Fuck them in the
Right,
end.
yeah.
Yeah, that's an empty promise.
So $100 or I get a jump scare, either way.
Cool. I'm glad Lars is becoming a politician.
Hey, better than a YouTuber, am I right?
I mean, either way, you're a
is this game a dating sim? Hey, watch out, your head's gonna get bonked down by the logo. Careful.
What? Creeper. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
How much poem sharing can we suffer through?
This is piano. It's just another P word.
Yeah,
penis.
just like...
And papaya. And was it polygamy?
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up a piano. She's fucking strong if she can pick up a piano. Now I'm just imagining like them picking up pianos.
Oh, you want to play one of those Buff Suki mods? Okay.
Imagine there's like picking up a piano and like their boots. Well,
read the line,
maybe,
Bart.
I am. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monika, do they usually have fried squid? What the fuck?
Calamari.
I know, but like, why would a school have calamari? That's like the most random thing you could want.
Depends on where it's located. If it's like a coastal town or something, that's not that weird. But if it's Minnesota, that'd be weird.
Where is ddlc located? I think it's located in,
The balls of Dan Salvato, let's just be for real.
No, because he doesn't have testicles.
Okay.
I ate them.
Oh.
So...
That sentence went in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, I'm not very good at navigation. That's why I usually use Apple Maps. That usually fails me too.
Then you're still not very good at navigation.
Yeah, I know. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Racist!
Because it's right in your name. Monika! Ah yes, a joke that doesn't make sense in translation.
Oh, does this solve the dilemma? Does this solve the stupid dilemma? Is she named Monika just for that one joke in Japanese? Is that why that is? And it actually does fit?
Yes.
Okay.
Knowing Dan Salvato, yes.
By the way, I know that we've been starved for other sprites at this point. So, I mean, obviously, you know, this is speaking from that perspective, but this is the first time we've seen that weird, like, Buta angle of Monika and her being upset.
Yeah, no, I was about to point that out too. It's kind of interesting seeing Monika kind of pissed. Huh.
Although, it shouldn't be.
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. What the fuck?
Boing.
Foreshadowing. Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? What the fuck? It's
What?
spreading!
No, it's a curse. It's a disease.
Stop! It's spreading! Do I have to read this?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You asked. I was gonna skip it.
I did, and I've had to read every shit-ass little line that Salvato has written for the main
I
character.
would have rather read like the MC shit-ass line than 100. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me?
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are.
What the fuck is this dialogue?
I just want someone to like die or legitimately be gore.
I'm going to die of my medical illness before the horror happens.
Sayori sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face.
Wow, what a rude thing to do. Hey, Sayori!
No, he's doing like a sanity check right now because he doesn't think that she's necessarily lucid. That's fine. They go way back. They're friends since they were kids. I'm assuming he's aware of her like mental health problems on some level.
No.
Just no. Just that's impossible. That someone could have empathy. You're right, buddy.
No, I'm telling you this now. No.
What? Okay, well, I don't know whether to take your word for it or not, but okay. You're spacing out again. Old faithful, back again.
Sorry.
That's how you should have done it this whole time. That's actually much more pleasant.
I know, but
as opposed to
I feel like he is funnier.
It is funnier. You're right.
Yeah. Because if I was doing it that way the whole time, nobody would bat an eye. Anyways. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
This feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
This is fucking great.
Sayori shows me a big smile.
What the fuck is this?
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. The conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk, probably squid related.
NoodleBoy, what's up?
Hey, this might seem a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Wow, so strange, being concerned about a friend. So quirky, so weird. Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Was this written by fucking aliens that have never experienced human emotion?
Yes, have you ever looked at Dan Salvato's smile?
Yeah,
just look into those dead eyes. Those dead former Smash Brothers player eyes.
Look at those Dan eyes.
Then imagine them kissing you.
Oh, you think so? I can't. Sorry. Sorry, just your kissing comment just threw me up so off guard. so fucking stupid. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep last night.
Take an Adderall.
I don't have drug. I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monika peers again. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there is something on her mind. but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, NoodleBoy. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about the things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. And maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Eh? Are you sure about that?
I fucking hate that. It's not good. Stop putting in front of every line.
Yeah, this line could have just be written, are you sure about that?
Yeah,
or he
it's
didn't
just
have
like,
to say that at all, because what she's talking about is a very normal thing. Like, oh, I'll check up on her. You don't need to say, are you sure about that? That's like a very common gesture.
Then the main character just could be like, oh, thank you. Oh, that's really nice of you. Just be like a normal human being instead of being like, ugh.
Yeah, or two other options. He could go, like quick acknowledgement, or nothing, because it doesn't need a response.
No one's fucking Canadian and goes, are you sure about that?
Are you gonna pour some maple syrup on the conversation too? Like, no, anyway, let's move on. She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, NoodleBoy.
The harem is on! Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but when a guy and a girl, Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know.
Maple syrup? Eh?
She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
Ah! No!
I'm the Joker. I'm turning insane.
This game is a society.
You know, Dan Silvato used to be famous for proving allegations that a Pichu player was cheating and bringing his own Nintendo with him to like tournaments and stuff and making Pichu just a little bit more powerful so that he could win tournaments. And he was doing something good with his life in comparison. Anyway.
I know we're off track, but like, this is horse shit. Like, this has gotta be trolling, man. Dan Silvato is just like, he has like a deck of like 10 cards that he shuffled every time writing this. He's like, what annoying bullshit will I throw in here?
Should I make them Canadian? Should I make them say ee-hee-hee-hee? Should I make them say ah? Or should I make them confirm something that is normal that people always do?
Or should I have them second guess every single thing in existence?
Anyway.
Ee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Ee-hee-hee. You're so funny, NoodleBoy. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ee-hee-hee. I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions with my legs, of course, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head.
You stop whispering sexually into my ears?
It's not into your ears, it's into the ears of the listeners. Or the viewers, sorry, YouTube. Here, I'll do it better. Monika stands from her desk Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting.
I'm going insane.
I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else.
Nobody thinks like this.
That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much?
What a shitty thing to say.
Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Squid Girl. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen with my ears.
It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a little uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but worry if something happened to her.
Oh? That's quite romantic.
Eh? Syrup?
Sorry? I don't want any syrup on my nip. I didn't mean to say something so stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, and that's all.
Did I ever mention that Yuri just has some huge breasts?
Yeah, and also, she has like a charisma score of less than 8. Like, if she didn't have certain assets, like, no one would ever talk to her and she would die alone.
Did I mention that Yuri has huge breasts?
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
NoodleBoy, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Riveting.
So you think there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess? But you don't need to put it that way. You're just good friends, that's all.
Oh?
Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit.
You know, I finally agree. Also, look at the way her back is arched. That looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, she has like spina bifida or something. They never acknowledge it or address it for some reason. I'm a pretty simple guy. I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Biggest crock of shit. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway. As long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
What an alienating statement. What the fuck?
Uh-huh. Well, I did add quotation marks to sophisticated that were not there, but
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
yeah. I should be taking my mind off of this little thing anyway. Uh,
You know what? For once, I'm just gonna read it normally.
okay.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
No! Drop poll. Who do you think hates this game more right now? You or me?
Me.
Me, by far. That was like getting a cancer diagnosis just now.
Liars, this is like the 7th time I've gone through this.
Doug, I got a cervical spinal stenosis diagnosis in real life this week, and I did not react to it as strongly as I just did learning we're gonna recite more poems.
Yeah, and I just felt like my soul just like go fucking hollow.
You want to use Unren and just like be able to skip this part?
No, because we're not those type of content creators.
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. You could pick any option here and it doesn't matter.
Also, do you see that chair in the background, like in that closet, like for Natsuki to like scuttle around in there and live on? Like she lives in that closet.
You think that's where she battles the squid when Monika changes form at night?
Definitely. It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell that you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Told you the poem games mattered.
Canadian line? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? With these girls?
Well,
And Monika's penis.
of course I am.
Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, NoodleBoy.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
I'm just a little tired today.
All right, just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else. What the fuck? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yeah! I'm gonna go home in a little bit early today.
Sayori.
Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
Also, that scene with Sayori, at least it wasn't just, this is my poem. Do you like it?
Cats can count. Dogs can poop.
Natsuki time. Meh. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place.
What? I don't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong?
Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. Sometimes it can just be like, eagles can fuck, birds can jump, dads can fart. That's about it.
Like eating like a bowl of cereal from a plate, like just be like as shallow as possible.
It's going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden.
Don't tell me!
Syrup?
You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
Oh, what are you talking about? Keep your voice down.
You know Yuri is kind of exit bullshit!
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me.
I am so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid piece of shit poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Oh, shh. This is what I get for letting a 18-year-old girl step into my business.
Good job, Lars.
Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. And just to be clear, yeah, I mean, like, some high school seniors are a little bit younger in that they turn 18 as the year progresses, like the school year. Like, but everyone here is still 18. Dan Salvato said they're all 18. Just pointing that out.
And also, Natsuki is just immature.
Right. Well, that's not much better, but that's okay. Anyway.
Well, you can still be an adult and be emotionally immature.
You definitely can. Yeah. Case in point, myself. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place.
Wow, she didn't even bother showing you her poem.
Well, she shoved it in my bosom.
All right, Yuri or Monika?
Doesn't matter.
NoodleBoy, your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. That's not what you said before! Literally day one, you're like, this poem, it's so good! And then you're like, oh, it's like my first poem ever. She's like, you have a lot to learn. You know what I mean? Anyways, I could really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you.
Ooh.
Really the example that I was chasing after.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What?
It's like mandatory for participation in the club.
Is she just like... I guess, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well...
Yuri smiles
sad.
sadly.
Sad music time! NoodleBoy, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers. How long is this going to go on for? Or those who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People will say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, NoodleBoy. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time.
Hold it!
Question.
What's up?
So, okay, so I'm looking into, like, clues for where this might be going, because we've been having, like, meta discussions and stuff. I did pick up on something there, and I don't know if this is, like, a reach or not. But she did just mention that her only capabilities are reading and writing. Those are also the only capabilities of a computer or a hard drive or a file.
Well, maybe she's also just very socially inept. A lot of people think she has autism, but that's never been confirmed.
I just wanted to point that out.
Interesting theory.
Well, now you just sound sarcastic.
Lars, we've been sharing poems for like 7 hours.
Okay.
No, that's why I sound sarcastic.
Oh, okay. But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, NoodleBoy. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, You've always treated me just like anyone else. I will say, I'm glad that Yuri is actually becoming a bit self-aware and improving here, even if it's incredibly cheesy. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them.
Screw them.
I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Do you want me to read this one?
Yeah, your stream isn't quite high quality enough for me to see it.
Okay. Ghost Under the Light Part 2.
Okay, chills. Try again.
Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm, and time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The fuckering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to the forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The fuckering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber.
Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
It's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope that we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me.
Oh!
I hesitate in response to her warm touch.
You can, the poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, even if she doesn't want me to notice.
That is an objectively big smile that is not faintly smiling. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me.
I guess we should move on before Monika says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later.
Yeah. I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put your poem away. This one's a tricky one. And what do we do?
Hi, NoodleBoy. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. Ooh. It would also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's gotten so refined, NoodleBoy. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
Canadian syrup? That's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know. It's awfully sussy. Sussy baka. A mocha. Spending time with her in the club. Why were you so delayed with it? Fuck you. I even waited. I waited. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure that she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know.
All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. Yuri isn't used to that.
Yeah, that sounds like foreshadowing to me.
So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
Okay, so, like... Anyway, you say that like I'm gonna hurt her.
Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger! The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world just start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about now, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
Huh. First of all, that's a complete lie. Otherwise, people wouldn't leave positive Amazon reviews. Second of all, that felt like a thing just now. Anyway. You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or even shitty, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's so much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening with your Okay, you three.
Day 1237. No horror elements whatsoever. Just apparently some foreshadowing. I'll report back next week with another fuck you. Is this actually a dating sim report?
That's a good report, Lars. Thank you for coming in on Channel 3 News. This has been Doki Doki Literature Club Part 6, the Ehehe episode. Check out our Patreon and links in the description below if you want to support our insanity. And we'll see you next time. Also, join the Discord. Bye, everyone.